Hello YouTubers, this is a noobifier. I recently had a conversation with Nicholas, the CEO of Perrinn. In the past year on noobifier, I've noticed that my community really loves a good fight, especially that time that I busted the scammer. Anyways, you really seem to like it when the underdog is successful, where they have absolutely no right to or shouldn't be able to. This isn't just a news piece. I'm taking a more active role in Perrinn 424 and the quest for speed, but more on that soon. I spent 10 years building a sport compact tuner. It evolved from a wagon to more of a weapon or a weapon system. It now makes you feel like you're driving a missile that's always thinking about trying to kill you. My love of car and things related to car is a big driving force of my love of sim and sim racing. More than 60% of the 800 square feet of my studio is dedicated to sim. Nicholas Perrinn has a simple plan: to beat Porsche, to beat the current record of 5 minutes and 19.6 seconds. In 2018, Porsche broke a record which had stood for 35 years with a hybrid race car. Timo Bernhard drove 20.8 kilometers on the Nürburgring, and I remember seeing the car footage and it didn't even seem real. It actually seemed like someone had taken all the footage and then just played it back at 1.5 speed. It's like superhuman. It looked faked and it looked doctored. But that was just because I wasn't seeing the downforce, the ground effects, the grip, and the aero work perfectly. Drivers are obsessed with the ring. My friend Pete planned his entire vacation to Germany driving around the ring. Prior to his vacation, he had spent hours and hours in the basement lapping it to become familiar with it. It's one of my favorite tracks because it's very challenging. It's built to be driven at the limit, driven fast, and it dares you to never lift, even when your brain tells you should. Nicholas explained in greater detail about his history in the industry, and I believe with his unique plan and leadership, they have a shot at success. The two-part approach is simple, digital, and physical. They have designed a fully electric race car to beat the time and push the industry forward. So where does noobifier come in and why the hell are we talking about this? We're in phase 1 right now. Phase 1 is digital, and this is where everyone can become involved. Think of this as testing, awareness, and marketing. Perrinn 424 revolves around the 424 Unity simulation. The simulation was built to test and find the drivers. The Unity simulation was published open source for us for free to test. Everything is obviously linked, and this lets you see if perhaps you have what it takes to become a hero. All aspects of the track and car are simulated right down to the aero, the grip, and the power delivery. We get to test and drive to beat the time, to beat the record. Perrinn 424 has support for force feedback and has support for Motion Systems EU, the parent company for Cubic Systems. Cubic thought that Perrinn and noobifier should meet, so that began the story. I downloaded the demo, I configured the force feedback, I configured the motion system. I've been fighting to knock the seconds down, and now I'm fighting tenths off my lap. Driving electric is crazy, there's no gears, and it's forced me to completely change the approach that I take on this track. It's so fast off the line, and when you dare to look at the speed, it just keeps going. You approach a turn with so much velocity that you want to brake early, but eventually you become confident that the platform will shed its speed on time. That speed is recovered back to the battery and becomes explosive acceleration ready for you on the exit. I can accept that I will actually never beat the time, but I love trying. The demo, when combined with the Cubic Motion System, provides all the detail that I need to go beyond. I can feel where all the bumps are in the road and learn to drive around them. I can feel exactly when my tire comes into contact with the rumble strip. I can feel that I've lost traction and of course when it's regained. I can feel when the active aero lays flat and the drag is reduced. I'm not going to bore you with too many details about Phase 2 other than to say that Phase 1 is about awareness, which is what we're doing right now. With the correct sponsors, Phase 2 will build the car, test, and this is where we will see the opportunity to run the ring and take the record. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Hopefully in the future, I'll be at the ring on site that day to take it all in and see a dream topple a world record. Drive at the limit.